Muhammad Ali, a tale of courage and conviction. In the hallowed ring, under the dazzling lights, the world witnessed a phenomenon: Muhammad Ali. He wasn't just a boxer. He was an inspiration, a force of nature, and a symbol of resilience. His journey from Cassius Clay to Muhammad Ali, from a Louisville kid to the heavyweight champion of the world, is an epic tale of courage, conviction, and the undying spirit of a champion. The early years. Born Cassius Marcellus Clay Jr. on January 17, 1942. In Louisville, Kentucky, Ali was raised in a modest home by his parents. His father, Cassius Clay Saw, painted billboards, and his mother, Odessa Clay, worked as a cleaning lady. Little did they know that their son would one day become a global icon. Ali's first encounter with boxing was at the tender age of 12 when his bicycle was stolen. Furious, he reported the theft to a local police officer and vowed to whop the thief if he ever found him. That police officer was Joe Martin, who also happened to be a boxing coach. Martin invited young Cassius to learn how to fight before he could whop anyone. Under the guidance of Coach Martin, Cassius discovered a natural talent for boxing. His speed, agility, and quick wit made him a formidable opponent in the ring. His early achievements in amateur boxing led him to win several national titles, including the Golden Gloves Championship. The world was starting to take notice of the young fighter from Louisville, Olympic gold, and the birth of Muhammad Ali. In 1960, Cassius Clay made his mark on the international stage at the Rome Olympics. He was just 18 years old when he won the gold medal in the light heavyweight division. This victory was a precursor of what was to come. After his return to the United States, he turned professional and quickly gained a reputation as an unorthodox and charismatic fighter. In 1964, Cassius Clay had his shot at the world heavyweight title against the seemingly invincible Sonny Liston. Before the fight, he famously declared, "I am the greatest." He displayed a level of confidence and self-belief that many found audacious. He also taunted Liston with rhymes and witty banter, earning him the nickname the Louisville Lip. The fight was a major upset. Clay, using his speed and agility, danced around the ring, evading Liston's powerful punches. After 6 rounds, Liston couldn't answer the bell for the 7th, and Cassius Clay was declared the winner, becoming the heavyweight champion of the world. Shortly after, he announced that he had converted to Islam and changed his name to Muhammad Ali. Champion of conviction, Muhammad Ali's conversion to Islam, his affiliation with the Nation of Islam, and his refusal to be drafted into the US military during the Vietnam War made him a polarizing figure. He famously stated, "I ain't got no quarrel with them Viet Cong. No Viet Cong ever called me nigger." This principled stance cost him his titles, as he was stripped of his championship and banned from boxing for several years. During this period, Ali continued to speak out against racial injustice and inequality. He became a symbol of the civil rights movement and a beacon of hope for those who sought change. His convictions inspired a generation to stand up for their beliefs, no matter the consequences. In 1971, the US Supreme Court overturned Ali's conviction, citing his right to conscientious objection. He returned to boxing and, against all odds, reclaimed the heavyweight title in 1974 by defeating George Foreman in a fight famously known as the Rumble in the Jungle. Ali employed a tactic he called the rope-a-dope, allowing Foreman to tire himself out before delivering a knockout blow. The Thriller in Manila and Legacy. One of the most memorable fights in boxing history was the third bout between Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier, known as the Thriller in Manila in 1975. The match was brutal, a test of endurance and willpower. Both fighters pushed themselves to the brink, but it was Ali who emerged victorious in the 14th round. He later said it was the closest he had ever come to dying. Muhammad Ali's legacy extends far beyond the boxing ring. He used his fame and influence to champion humanitarian causes. He visited Africa to promote goodwill and help those in need. He advocated for peace and reconciliation on a global scale. His battles inside and outside the ring were a testament to his unwavering spirit and determination. Ali's health deteriorated in his later years, and he was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease, which many believed was a result of the punishment he endured during his boxing career. Despite his physical challenges, he remained an inspiration, showing incredible grace and resilience in the face of adversity. On June 3, 2016, Muhammad Ali passed away at the age of 74, leaving behind a legacy that transcends sports. He was a symbol of courage, conviction, and the power of the human spirit. He showed the world that a person's greatness is not determined solely by their victories, but by the principles they stand for and the impact they have on others. In the end, Muhammad Ali was indeed the greatest of all time. His life and legacy continue to inspire generations, reminding us that with unwavering determination and the strength to stand up for what we believe in, we too can achieve greatness.